Follow us on foodmadeinitaly.eu.
Cari amici, welcome back, dear friends. Our awesome archaeologist Aristide Malnati is here, and he will tell us everything about the history of olive oil. Aristide.
Well, olive oil is, I would say, another pearl of the Mediterranean world. It is an integral part of the Mediterranean rural culture and diet. In ancient times, olive oil was as precious as gold or crude oil are today. Part of Romans' wealth certainly derived from olive oil production not only in Italy, but also in some Roman provinces, especially in the Spanish Baetica. Olive oil was traded and shipped throughout the empire in genuine storage vessels, where oil was kept in amphorae. Some of these storage vessels eventually sunk.
That's the amphorae we find now at the bottom of the sea?
That's the amphorae can be seen either at the bottom of the sea or at archaeological sites, in what's left of the storeroom where Romans kept olive oil, which production was widespread much more than wine and other foodstuff because it was an integral part of the diet and seasoning. And it was already considered to be healthy.
Healthy? I seem to understand that olive oil was an import-export good, exactly like wine.
Yes, indeed. In Roman times, olive oil came mainly from Spain and Greece, as well as especially during the imperial period. Wheat came from Egypt, that was a Roman granary, and before, during the Republic, from Sicily. Olive oil was, for those who produced it, a source of wealth and richness.
A gold mine.
A gold mine, indeed.
And how was olive oil discovered?
Olive oil wasn't discovered by chance, but thanks to the systematic cultivation and exploitation of olive trees. We don't really know what happened with olives or what olive oil was originally used for. What we know is that it was stored and let it age, as we would say today, in amphorae, that were permeable and topped with clay tops, that allowed a certain amount of air to circulate.
Hair, so an oxidation.
So that it could seep. People couldn't know for sure, but they could see from the experience that olive oil was really good for health. It was a daily ingredient always present in the diet. Not now, but one of the next time we'll see that ancient people had dietary rules that not everybody followed, but were known by the most.
We're talking about our Mediterranean diet basics.
Indeed. We see that at the times of Cleopatra in the 1st century before Christ, some people that today would be called health enthusiasts were very attentive to what they eat. In addition to usual food, they also ate fruit, vegetables, skimmed cheese, and of course they consumed a lot of olive oil.
So, at that time, nutrition is based essentially on farming products such as cereals, olive oil, fish, venison and fruit, I suppose.
Yes, fruit as well.
That's a very healthy diet.
Very balanced, yes. And about olive oil and wine, there were specialized factories producing amphorae, and everything was needed to produce and ship olive oil. So this corporation of, we would call them businessmen, were very rich too, for they had a very profitable business.
We're talking about food, but actually that's also the beginning of what we call a first basic industrial product.
Of course.
Well, in a way.
This was a really profitable business and people became rich.
We can say that oil, like wine, is more or less 3,500 years old. That means we have been eating oil and drinking wine for more or less 3,005 years. Thank you, Aristide.
Thank you.
See you soon on Food. Thank you.
Follow us on foodmadeinitaly.eu.